Hi there, we're now going to look at how to create your business Facebook page. So this is not your personal profile, this is your business page. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to show you how to set it up in the best possible way. Let's go. Welcome to the newsfeed of my personal profile. I'm now going to show you how to build a business Facebook page. Now there are a few ways you can do this, but some ways don't work for some people. So I'm going to show you a pretty surefire way that anyone can use. So the first thing you need to do is to go to an existing business page. It can be any page that you like. I'm going to have a look at Suitcase Entrepreneur by Natalie Sisson. So once you've gone to the page, you don't actually need to do anything on their page. You just need to find the little settings icon. So it's underneath the cover image on the right-hand side. Click down on that and click Create a Page. Now you'll be given 6 different options of what type of page you'd like to make this. Now don't worry too much because you can change this later on. But basically, if it is a business that you're putting together the page for, local business or place is the option that you'd be looking for. You can see here company, organisation or institution if it's a larger company, brand or product if your page is just about one particular product or brand, cause or community, so this is more like a fundraising page, could be an entertainment type product, or it could be an artist, band or public figure that you're making the page about. So I'm going to go ahead and go with local business or place. So then you get to choose a category. Again, you're given lots of options here. There may be a few that you think your business might come under. Go ahead and pick the one that's most relevant to your business. Again, you can go ahead and change this later on. The one you choose will define your options later on. So make sure you do try and pick the closest to what represents your business. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and click real estate. Now, this section only works if you actually select in blue and click the name of your city. So if you just type it in, make sure you go back and click on it to get that menu to drop down. You do need to enter a phone number as well. Now, once you've entered all that information, go ahead and click Get Started. So the next section, you need to put About. So you pick a few categories. Now, once you start to type in a category, it will give you a few different options. Again, pick the ones that are most relevant for your business, and you can change these later on. So you can see here, if I click real estate, it'll also bring up some relevant categories. So it might be commercial real estate, and I've then narrowed that down. Okay, so pick a few categories, and then in 155 characters, you need to write a short description about the page. You can then enter your website. Now you get to choose a Facebook URL. So this is unique to your business, and it's a website that you can give people to go directly to your Facebook page without having to search for it. So you may have to try a few different options, because if your business name is already taken, you'll find the URL's already taken. So go ahead and try a few until you get one. And then you need to click whether it's a real establishment or business. So for most of you, the answer here will be yes. And are you the official representative? So it's basically asking you, are you allowed to make this page for this business? Go ahead and save info. Okay, so this is the message if this is not available. So we're going to put Red Roof Real Estate Test, just so that we get one that goes through. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is upload a profile picture. Now, in the future videos, we are going to look at powerful profile pictures and best practices for this. But for now, you can either skip this step or go ahead and upload a photo if you've already got one organised. I'm just going to pop my photo in there. Click Next. Now, this is a really important step just to make things easier for you. Go ahead and add to favourites. It'll then give you the option to set up ads. We're going to go ahead and skip this step because we're going to look into this in much more depth later. So you can go ahead and like that. What I like to do first and foremost when I've done a new page is go to Edit Page, Edit Settings. Where it says Page Visibility, Page Published, click Edit and Unpublish Page. Save changes and go back to View Page. It'll now tell you here that this page has not been published. So what that means is nobody else can see this page. So we can now play around with this and get it perfect before we put it out to the rest of the world. So from here, click Edit Page and Update Page Info. So you can see here the details that I entered when I was setting it up. So these first few, you can go ahead and edit those. Now, hours of operation, so if you're a retail business with opening hours, you can go ahead and enter those there. You can also write a longer description, price range, parking, email. If it's a page that's about an official page, so this is basically a sub-page, you can go ahead and enter the official page so it sort of links back to that. And depending on what categories you selected, you can see by changing that, it'll change the options that I've got here. So by changing this to a brand or product, I can put in awards, who founded it, what's the mission, what's the general information. So if you're seeing different options to what I've got here, it's because of what you put in the category. So go ahead, if you don't like the options that you're given, try a different category and you'll see the different information that you get to put in. We're now going to go to General, and this is where you can set the functions of your page. So posting ability, anyone can post to my timeline, anyone can add photos and videos to my page timeline. So if you go ahead and click Edit, you can either untick those or leave them ticked. I recommend leaving them ticked if you're trying to encourage engagement and get people to post to your page. But for instance, later down the track, if you find a lot of people are posting to your page and it's not relevant, you can turn that off so people can't post to your timeline. Post visibility. So that means that allow posts by other people to appear on my timeline, or you can hide posts by other people. So people might be posting to your page and you want to see it, but you don't want other people to be able to see it. So that's where you can change that option. Post targeting and privacy. So privacy control is turned off. You can turn on privacy and newsfeed targeting so you can control the privacy of your new page posts. I don't think you need to worry about that if you're starting out, so you can go ahead and cancel that one. Now messages, I think it's very important to keep this on. So keep it ticked, allow people to contact my page privately by showing the message button. This allows for people to send you a personal inbox message to your page. If you don't want that, you can go ahead and untick that box. Tagging ability. So you want to allow others to tag photos posted by your business page. So that means, say if you were a nightclub and you're posting photos of people at the venue each week, you want people to be able to tag those photos because then that'll get out into their friends' newsfeed, onto their post. So it does encourage a lot of interaction. So it's up to you, depending on your business type, whether or not you want to allow that or not. Country restrictions, so you can leave your page open so that all countries can see it, or you can go ahead and restrict that to certain countries. You can hide this page from a specific country or only show this page to a specific country. Age restrictions, so if you had sensitive material, perhaps it was a bottle shop or a nightclub again, you can restrict the age for this page. So depending on the laws in your country, go ahead and restrict that so that the minimum age is either 18 and over, 21 and over, or you can click that it is alcohol related, and then that will specifically target, depending on the country they're in, whether or not the people can see that page based on their age. So page moderation, you can actually go ahead and block words that aren't allowed to be used on your page. So if there's any particular words that you have trouble with people using, you can go ahead and enter that there. The profanity filter, so I like to set that on. Generally about medium, you can use strong if you like, but it does tend to pick up some words that aren't really that bad. So go ahead and do what suits you there, and you can always change it again. When somebody likes a page on Facebook, it gives them suggestions of similar pages that they could like. So you can choose whether or not your page is recommended to others. If you choose that it is, it also means when someone likes your page, it shows them other recommendations. So automatically it's ticked there to include. You can untick it if you don't want to be included in those, but it's a great way for other people to find your page, so I recommend turning it on. Comment replies are turned on for your page. That's something I recommend that you just leave on. Now, for some reason, if you're wanting to delete your page, this is where you do it. So we're not going to fiddle with that button, otherwise it will delete your page permanently. So you can go back up now to notifications. So you can get a notification each time there is activity on your page or an important page update. I recommend turning that on. So you can turn on or off for tips, new likes, or edit to posts that you've written. You can also decide to get an email each time there's activity on your page. So for me, that would be far too many emails, so I choose to turn that off. But for some people, especially if you're just getting started, I recommend turning it on just to make sure that you don't miss anything. So in the more, you can also go into page roles, apps, suggested edits, feature, and mobile. The only thing we're going to look at here is page roles. So what this is it gives you the admins of your page. Because you've created the page, you're automatically going to be admin. But if you'd like to allow other people to admin your page, you can go ahead and type in their name here. It will bring them up and you can go ahead and add them. Now there are different restrictions you can allow them. So you can allow them to just edit, just to moderate so they can watch, just set up your advertising, or if they're an analyst so they can just see your insights but not actually make any posts or changes to your page. Or if you want them to have full access, go ahead and make them admin. Once you've done that, you just need to press save. It will ask you to enter your password. This is your password for your personal Facebook account. Once you've confirmed that, they are now admin on your page. They'll get an invitation to accept that. If for some reason you want to remove someone as admin, perhaps you have an employee that's left, you just go ahead and click the X and save. And again, it'll prompt you to enter your password. Okay, let's go back to the page. You can see here, I've got a very basic page, no status updates yet, and no cover photo. We're going to leave it there. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make the most of your cover images. This video was taken from my click-by-click social media course. If you'd like to learn more, you can see the full course at clickbyclicksocialmedia.com.